Justin here. Today we are checking out Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Now, it's kind of a simple riff, but having learnt this just a few weeks ago left-handed, it's definitely nowhere as simple as I make it look when I'm playing right-handed. Remember, I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I always thought, oh, this riff's so easy, you know, they'll all find that riff simple. And then when I flipped it over and tried it left-handed, I was like, nope, this is hard, a lot harder. Let me take you through what we're going to do now. So we're going to use our first finger, and it's going to be on the 5th string, almost all the way through the riff. Let's say all of the way through except for this little bit that I'll talk about a little later in the video. So just using the first finger. Ideally, we want the tip of the finger to be touching the thicker string. Just up here, the very tip of the finger. And then the rest of the finger lifts up enough so the rest of the strings are muted. So if I'm strumming all of the strings, you can hear just that one note is ringing out. Now, it's easier said than done. That's what you want to be aiming for, but it's probably going to feel very difficult to do that at the beginning. So especially the first few times, don't be surprised if it doesn't work like that at all, okay? You're also going to be picking that 5th string over and over again. Now, for most people, you're going to find using an anchor. So using a couple of fingers, a little finger and third finger maybe, just resting on the guitar, so you can do your little pick. Just use down picks for now. Later on you might get into using some up picks, but just using an anchor and then using a down pick to play that note, the first finger at the 7th fret on the 5th string. Now we're going to play that note twice. Then we move the first finger up to the 10th fret, back to the 7th fret, down to the 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret. So the frets: 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 7. So that's, for most people, will be the 3rd dot on your guitar. If you've got dots along the top or in the front of the fretboard, the 3rd dot is usually the 7th fret. Occasionally people have a dot in the 1st fret, and sometimes people don't have a dot in the 3rd fret. I'm sure you can count and figure out which one your guitar has, right? So 7th fret. Now the 10th fret is always going to be 2 back from the double dots. So the 12th fret, in this guitar it's just got 1 block in the front, but on the top it shows 2 dots. That's meaning the 12th fret. So it's 2 back from there is the 10th fret. So you're going 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. Second time officially is going 3, 5, 3, 2. So 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 5, 3, 2. Okay, that would be the fret count. Now the rhythm for this tune is remarkably complicated to count. It's got this thing, it's called a crotchet triplet is the proper big musical name for it. But basically it makes it a really hard one to count, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're much better off just listening to the song. Okay, so have a listen to the original recording. Most of you will be familiar with it anyway, but just hear that 1, done. 1, 2, 3. The only other bit in the song is a little bit where it goes G to A. This is G, the 3rd fret of the thicker string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 frets up to the 5th fret on the thicker string, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, even if you leave out I think I left it out then when I was just running through it a few times. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you're playing it with a band, it'll matter. At this stage, level 3, beginner's guitar course, man, it's going to be a struggle. I found this so much harder than I thought it was going to be. It's only 1 finger. Like I was thinking, well, maybe I should get you guys using different fingers for it or whatever, but learning left-handed while doing this course for you guys has been one of the most enlightening things I could have done, because stuff like that, it's really difficult. You know, just making the skips, making the jump and getting the finger in the right position, you're going to find it fairly difficult. At least I found it really difficult. So I'm expecting that most of you guys will too. all of these things, these riffs that I'm giving you in this course, have got something about them that I want you to get familiar with. With this one, it's about moving up and down the neck a little bit, getting a bit further up the dusty end. It's about playing the one string consistently, which isn't the thickest string, it's the fifth string, so you need a little bit more accuracy with the finger, so probably accuracy with the picker, rather. So you're going to have to probably use some anchors, which is a good thing. Getting used to the rhythm and the timing of that particular riff. There's a whole heap of little benefits from having a go at playing this song. We'll probably revisit it later because it's a great song for playing in other ways as well. But just as a fun beginner thing, you shouldn't be aiming to be like playing it perfectly along with the record at this stage. It's just something for you to have a go at, get your fingers moving, and it's fun. It's a really recognizable, cool riff that many of you are going to enjoy playing. At least I hope so.